Boyle and I'm quitting alcohol. So I ended up going down yesterday and buying the Zoom H1N audio recorder so I can take it with me as I travel through the US and Canada and Central America and then down to Peru. And I tell you what, I don't know how this audio is going to turn out. I haven't had a look at it yet, but fuck, if it turns out good, I do not know why I didn't do this earlier. This thing I'm holding in my hand now is 1/3 of the size of the fucking recorder I usually carry with me. And the thing with that other recorder is whenever I would take it overseas, it's bulky. It has 4 inputs and it has a top attachment which you speak into. Look it up. It's the Zoom H6. It's the best recorder on the market, but it has size. It's portable, but it has size. So I've got a case for it, this little fucking plastic case, because you need a case. Otherwise, it's going to get damaged as fuck as you travel. But whenever I'm going through airport security, everywhere, Australia, India, fucking England, no matter where I go, when you're putting your bags through, every single fucking time it gets checked. Every fucking time. They stop me, they ask me to open it up because it looks like a bomb. It could be a fucking time bomb. It has been a fucking pain in my ass ever since I don't even know why I fucking didn't get this thing earlier. Audio quality, that's why. For you cunts. That thing does have the best audio quality. This fucking little bit of magic in my hand now, it's half the size of a fucking microphone. Maybe not half, but definitely take an inch or two off a normal microphone, and that's what I'm holding in my hand now. It's so portable. I can travel around with it in my pocket at all times. It's small. It's the size of a harmonica. That's what it is. A harmonica with a windshield on the top. One of those foam things. So I'm really fucking hoping this thing pops out some good audio. Anyway, I'm recording this one real late tonight because I took my son out on a boys' night tonight. He did a jiu-jitsu tournament on Sunday, and like his previous jiu-jitsu tournament, he wasn't fucking too excited to be doing it. He was scared. He was nervous, but he pushed through. He was fighting a kid. You can see all these little maggots fucking their records online. This kid, he's 7 years old. He's had 37 fights. He's won like 4 gold medals. I respect that kid's dad. He's just been pushing him since he was like 4. And so my son fought this kid. My wife knows all the kids' names now, by the way. We were going through all the kids that my son had fought. And I was like, didn't he fight some Timothy fucking Lou guy? The 3rd fight in his 2nd tournament? And she's like, no, that was fucking like Brody Allen. She knew it just off the top of her head. That's how psychotic she is. She knows the 7-year-old kids that are coming up. And she looked up the kid my son was fighting like 3 days beforehand and came into the room while I was recording and started yelling at me for forcing my son to do jiu-jitsu. She's like, he's fighting a kid with 37 fights. He's basically undefeated. He's lost twice in 37 fights. I told you he shouldn't be fucking doing jiu-jitsu tournaments. I fucking told you. And I'm like, can you just shut the fuck up, please? It's character building. She's like, it's going to scar him. I'm like, possibly it will scar him as well. I don't know. I'm a new dad too. I'm just fucking throwing shit at the ball here. I'm just coming up. I'm just riffing dadding at the moment. I'm just thinking what I possibly needed when I was a kid to get me through to where I would like to be now. You understand? Yes, I'll give him the opportunity to eventually find something that he likes himself. But until then, he will be living my dreams. I know as a kid, if you let kids choose what they want to do, I tell you what they're going to do. Watch fucking TV, play video games, eat chocolate, eat fucking lollies, and do fuck all. That's what they're going to do. You need to fucking push kids. Not to like a psychotic point, but you need to push them because their natural instinct is just to give up. And if you ingrain that early, they're just going to fucking drag it on for the rest of their lives. You need to be the one that forces them not to quit. If they want to quit something, wait till you're fucking 18 and then you can quit some shit. You can quit on your own time. On my time, you're not quitting anything. Anyway, I forced him into this tournament and he got his ass absolutely fucking handed to him. Absolutely fucking smoked. Points wise, he got smoked. This other kid, whose dad is obviously a great dad, who's just been forcing him since he was like an embryo to do jujitsu. This other kid knew all the moves. My son's going in there and riffing a little bit, and he's strong, so he can sort of throw kids around a bit, but this kid had fucking technique, so it was tough for my son. Plus, my son was all scared and nervous and shit, so he didn't perform to his like best in the first half. In the second half, he did a lot better. But yeah, this kid just had the moves on him. But it was impressive seeing my son. Like, my son was real nervous, real scared. Like, the occasion was getting on top of him, but he still pushed through. He still did it. He still fought. And then afterwards, he burst into tears. This doesn't sound, well, it does sound, it sounds worse than it is. To some. So he burst into tears after he lost. And then we were all happy. I was happy with him because I thought he actually did put up a pretty good fight. He just made some very amateur mistakes. He's a 7-year-old. So he made a couple of mistakes that cost him a lot of points. He just got the kid in a headlock. And you think headlocks are like good, but if you're a jiu-jitsu expert like myself and others, headlocks are shit. Because you get someone in a headlock and it's easy to pop your head out. And as soon as you pop your head out, you've got their back. And if you've got their back, you just fucking clamp on, hooks in, fucking rear naked choke, you're out. And if that doesn't happen, if you take their back and they turn around, you're automatically in mount. You automatically have the strong position. So headlock is the worst thing you can do. Anyway, he burst into tears afterwards. And then I just said, you did great. That kid's won 37 fucking times. He ended up winning the tournament again. And I was like, you didn't do too bad. You just didn't know what you were doing. And then he was like, I reckon next time I can beat that kid. I'm like, yeah, I think you can as well. And I'm like, that's the scariest dude. That's who you're scared of. You fought the guy that wins every gold medal. He's like, I want to fight him again. I wish I could fight him again. So something clicked in him. He lost that fear. That's why you push kids. That's why you force them. That's why you don't let them quit. Because you need to bring that out of them. Anyway, after that tournament, I was pretty proud of him that he overcame his fear. So I was like, I'm going to have a fucking boys' night with him. So I went down, picked him up, pretended we were going to jiu-jitsu, just fucking flew straight past jiu-jitsu to video games arcade. Time Zone in Australia, it's called Time Zone. My old man used to take me there when I was a kid. We played some laser tag. He spent an hour doing fucking video games. We played some fucking Ninja Turtles together. It was nice. We got a burrito. And then he's like, I tell you what's impossible. I'm like, what? He's like, having 2 boys' nights in a row. I'm like, don't ruin boys' nights. You're ruining boys' night. And he didn't end up finishing the burrito, which I ended up finishing, which sort of evened it out. It was a pretty tasty burrito. Anyway, let's see how this fucking audio comes out now. Regardless of how it comes out, I'll be releasing it as is. And And this is what I'll be taking overseas. So fucking get used to it. I don't think there will be any change. Once I get in post and I fucking do a little bit of compression, do a little bit of noise reduction, a little bit of noise gate, it should be pretty crisp. Anyway, fucking that'll do for today or tonight, and I'll see ya the fuck later.